Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Krieg Dominion. I am Omar Krieg, your Lord and Commander of the Krieg Dominion, and host for this round 2 of the Clan Placement Trial. Okay, let's try this again. Operation Revival Divergence Placement Trials, Round 2, NPC Clan Resolution, and Round 3 Draw. It's a ridiculously long title. I apologize for that ungodly mouthful that I just had to spew out there. But that is what we are about to do. I have some notes in front of me so I can keep track of who's doing what, things of that nature.
Yeah.
And my son's trying to get my attention all of a sudden.
I'm closing your door, by the way.
Okay. I guess my son's in my room playing on the VR while I'm doing all this, so. At any rate, let me get my stuff finished setting up here. This won't be a very long stream. It won't take long for us to do what we have to do. The last time I did this, the video I think was about 30 minutes long, and I think I spent some time running my mouth. So it shouldn't take that long to get this done. We've got it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 matches total to do because of how the breakdown worked. But we'll talk about all that in just a moment. So far in round 2, we've had one clan removed from the placement trials and taken out of the invasion. And for those that haven't or have not known who that is, or don't know who that is rather, it's these guys right here. Clan Ghost Bear has lost 2 matches back to back. They lost to I'm gonna say Brock, maybe it was Ice Valley. Let me see, what do my notes say? One Ghost Bears. Oh, they lost to Fire Mandrels in round 1. And if you've watched the round 2 matches, they also lost to Clan Jade Falcon. So, unfortunately, Clan Ghost Bear has been removed from the placement trials altogether. And more importantly, as we all know from the lore, Ghost Bear was one of the main clans in the Inner Sphere. And that's a big blow. Big change. That said, let's go ahead and get into our first set of matches, and let me get the icons out for them. So first up, we have Clan Hell's Horses taking on the Goliath Scorpions. Where are you? Let me make these slightly bigger. There we go, that's better. Alright, so same rules apply. There is a +1 modifier applied for skill level. There's a +1 modifier applied when needed for weight variations. Then there goes my cat yelling about the door being closed. He'll deal with it. Stitchy boy, come here. Come here, buddy. Hopefully he doesn't get too obnoxious. At any rate, both the Hell's Horses and the Goliath Scorpions have elite rated units, so we don't need to worry about their skills there. There is one of these 5 pairings that is a different weight class. That's the second one. It'll be this guy here specifically that will be getting a +1. So let's go ahead and roll these dice, and basically whichever number comes out higher is the winner of that trial, or the duel between the 2 mechs. And then based on the points from each, it will determine which clan wins. And then we also get to determine if a mech is permanently destroyed and it gets removed from the roster because other players could run into that unit. And then also same thing for pilot deaths. So let's see what happens. We have all the dice selected that we need. Let's go ahead and roll them. Okay, this one becomes a 5 because it has a +1, and it didn't work for some reason. There we go. All right. So these 2 are. Okay, hold on. Let's think about this. This one is a 3+. This one's a 3+. This one is not. This one is not. This one is not. So, let's roll these 2. me see what my rules say. I want to make sure I got this right. If won by 3+ difference, roll the red die. Mech is permanently destroyed on a 4+. So we'll roll this one really quick twice. Need a 4+. Oh, second one. Also not dead. And then we don't have to worry about the black die. Okay. So let's see. First one's a heavy. 3 points. Second one's a medium. 2 points. They get 2 points. They get 2 points. And they get 2 points. What's that end up with? Looks like Hell's Horses win the second round. And the Goliath Scorpions lose. We've got a total of, let me see, 3, 5, 7 to 4 in favor of the Hell's Horses. So let's go ahead and reload. Get the next match going here. It was that easy. That's why this is the reason why this doesn't take very long to do. All right, who do we got next? We've got Blood Spirit. And we've got Diamond Shark. Go ahead and make their logos larger. Okay. And for their dice, looks like Blood Spirits have a +1 on their first mech, and the Diamond Sharks have a +1 on their final mech. Right. Got all the dice selected. Let's roll it. Okay. We have a tie. Let's go ahead and resolve that one really quick. Okay. And it looks like the Diamond Sharks walloped on the Blood Spirits. So, let's do it like this. They get that one. They get that one. They get that one. They get that one. And they get that one. And all of these, that's 4 that we got to check for perma kills. Was it 4+ and then 3+ for the pilot, right? Yep, 4+. 4+. No, 1, 2 is. So that means this one is dead. Let me go ahead and put that over there. And check the pilot. 3+, the pilot's dead. Pilot is dead. So that is on the 3rd Blood Spirit mech, and pilot, both dead. Alright. And then for the 3rd one, nope, and the 4th one, yes. So the mech, do we get the pilot? 3+, pilot dead too. Okay. Alright, so we're looking at, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 3. 9 to 3, Diamond Sharks win that round. Alright, so that takes us out of the losers bracket. Let's update my losers bracket roster. Let's see, it was the Hell's Horses that beat the Scorpions. So the horses get 4 points. Scorpions are removed. And then the Blood Spirits are defeated. Diamond Sharks get 4 points. I'm updating my notes. You can't really see exactly what I'm doing here, but that's okay. Alright. Now we go back to the winners bracket. We had four unit dealies. That's the one I wanted. We've got 4 clans in the winners bracket that have not yet done their matches yet. First up is, let's see, Fire Mandrill and Coyote. We know who I want to win because I am always Clan Coyote aficionado. Also, more importantly, no, less importantly, but still important, I super hate the Fire Mandrills. So let's hope that they lose. All right, we have same skill level, and the second Coyote mech is a +1. Let's go ahead and select our dice and roll them. Okay, this one comes a 6. All right. Mandrels get that one. Nope. Coyotes get that one with another reroll. Get that one. Get that one. And the Mandrels get that one. But that is 3. Nope. 2 mechs that are outright possibly destroyed. So let's go ahead and roll those 2 really quick. So the first one. Nope. Second one. Also no. Okay. Let's look at points here. Mandrels get 3 for the heavy mech, and they get 2 for the medium. But the Coyotes get 2, 4, 6. Yeah, they get 6 points. So a final total of 6-5 favoring the Coyotes. Mandrels will now go into the losers bracket for round 3. And the Coyotes are now sitting at 10 points for the overall competition. Let's reload this one more time for our last pairing. For this one we have, who do we have here? Smoke Jaguar. And Clan Hellion. Not a fan of either clan, but definitely Smoke Jaguar over the Hellion as far as any sort of personal preferences might ever be. This one is going to be straight across the board. No differences, same skill level, same weight class, all of that. So, let's roll the dice and see what happens. Alright, Smoke Jaguar comes out with a pretty definitive win here. They lose a mech there. And then these guys losing, whoops, 3 mechs here. 2 of them need to be rolled for permadeath. So let's go ahead and roll those. Although really, I don't think it's gonna matter. Okay, that one is the second. Oh, I know which one it is. Hold on, it's this one. So the mech here, and then let's roll. See if the pilot's killed. Pilot is not killed. And then the second high-low roll. Okay. Second mech is fine. Alright, so Smoke Jaguars gain. Let's see. 3, 2, and 2. And the Hellions get, looks like 3, and that's it. So for a total of 10-3, Smoke Jaguars win their second round. All right. So before I do, sorry guys, my brain is there. I'm also just moving too fast for my brain or something silly like that. No, actually I want this folder. I'm trying to open a file. Give me a second here, guys. What am I looking for here? This one. I want this one, and then I want to put this up this side. Okay, so we're gonna update all of this based on the results of this round. So Blood Spirit, let's see, where is the Blood Spirits? Blood Spirits were defeated by Diamond Shark. Lost to Diamond Shark round 2, and therefore eliminated. Alright. Burrock. Did the Burrocks? No, the Burrocks lost to the Nova Cats in round 2. So lost to Nova Cats 2. Love you too, bud. Sorry. Right in the middle of typing. Coyotes won their match against the Fire Mandrels, so that's 10 points for them. Diamond Sharks won their match against the Blood Spirits in round 2, so that will give them 4 points. Fire Mandrels lost to the Coyotes in round 2, so lost to Coyote Round 2. Hell's Horses defeated the Goliath Scorpions, so they'll get 4 points here. Ice Hellion lost to Smoke Jaguar. Round 2. Jade Falcon won their match against the Star Adders. They scored 4 points. Nova Cats won both their matches so far, scoring 10 points. Smoke Jaguars have won both their matches, so they are also at 10 points. And then Steel Viper won their match in this round, so they're at 4 points. So, again, just to kind of reiterate, because I don't have this sorted very well because I'm listing it by the clans, but at the top 3 positions are Clan Coyote, Clan Nova Cat, and Clan Smoke Jaguar, followed then by Clan Burrock, Fire Mandrill, Ice Hellion at 5 points apiece, and then the remaining clans, Diamond Shark, Hell's Horses, Jade Falcon, and Steel Viper, all sitting on 4 points. Now, when a clan loses their first round, their first match, whatever round it was, they go into the loser's bracket, and they stay in the loser's bracket until the very end, or they're eliminated. So far, 2 clans have been eliminated. That is the Blood Spirits, having lost to first the Smoke Jaguars and now the Diamond Sharks. And then the Ghost Bears lost to the Fire Mandrills in the first round and then lost to the Jade Falcons in this round. So those 2 clans are eliminated. In the next round 3, it will only be clan units that are still in the loser's bracket. Any clan unit in the winner's bracket will get effectively a bye week, or not a bye week, but a bye round. In other words, they don't have a competition round. They will automatically proceed to the finals. The winners of round 3 will also move to the finals round, and then we'll conduct another series of trials to complete that. So, speaking of, let's take a look at what that round is going to look like and do our draws. So, of course, we have all of our clans in the competition. This has nothing in it. Oops, actually, let's open that back up. So, let's go ahead and put the clans in it that need to be in it. So first we have, I gotta pull from my notes because I don't remember off the top of my head which ones all are in here. So, let's see. Jade Falcons are still in the loser's bracket. Hell's Horses are still in the loser's bracket. Diamond Sharks are still in the loser's bracket. Steel Viper is in the loser's bracket. And then from this round of the winner's bracket matches, drop my pen. We have the Fire Mandrills now in the loser's bracket. And we have the Ice Hellions also in the loser's bracket. So those 6 clans will have matches. We won't need to use the Star Adders as a proxy filler unit. So let's go ahead and take a look and see who is going to be drawn next. So first we're going to shuffle this a few times. Then we're just going to draw them out. So let me get my little tally sheet here. So this is round 3. Loser's bracket. All right, first clan up. Fire Mandrill. They will get to challenge as soon as I write this down. Ice Hellion. Alright, so it's... I'm not sure why it changes that order. Whatever. We got them nice and neat out of the way there. Alright, next up. Oh, that's Steel Viper. Being the hunter, and therefore able to challenge. Hell's Horses. Go ahead and get them out of the way. And then lastly, Jade Falcon gets to challenge the Diamond Sharks. That's going to be interesting because if I'm not mistaken, the Sharks and the Falcons have a little bit of rivalry. They're not as high-strung rivalry as the Falcons and the Vipers or that you know, some of the other clans. Obviously, their hated enemies mostly are the wolves. But it will be interesting to see this matchup. Of course, Bowhammer's Falcons and Woldane's Vipers are both playing NPC units, so it won't be that important as far as it won't be player versus player, but we definitely have some interesting lineups to look at here. So that will do it for this iteration. As I said, round 3 is only the losers bracket. If you win, you get to move on to the finals rounds. If you lose, you're out of the competition because you've already lost once, obviously, because this is, like I said, the losers bracket, plain and simple. So we will start looking at challenges and things of that nature in the near future. Start getting those matches played out. And then we will resolve the NPC match of the Mandrills versus the Ice Hellions. And I'll be honest with you, between the two, the clan I like the most, or the clan I like the least, is the Mandrills. So I hope the Hellions win, just to get them closer to being eliminated, I suppose. In that case, I don't even know like how best to phrase it. I'm just not a fan of the Mandrills. I've never been a fan. I've never been a true fan or really cared much about the Hellions, other than I know they have a temper tantrum. They literally have a campaign called the Ice Hellion Tantrum, or Hellion's Fury, or something like that, that takes place shortly after all the clans that are going to the Inner Sphere leave for the Inner Sphere for Operation Revival. They're like, well, we lost, and it's all your guys' fault. It can't possibly be our fault, so we're going to kick everybody else's ass. And they end up getting their ass kicked. It's amazing. Amazing. You couldn't write the content better yourself. Actually, I probably could, but I'm not going to get into all that. That said, that is everything I have. Again, I told you this is going to be short, but I wanted to get this out because I knew some of the players and obviously the community wants to know what's going on with this crazy revival divergence thing that I'm doing. So, to reiterate, clan, what did I say it was? Blood Spirit? Is that the other clan that's out? Yeah, Clan Blood Spirit, and unfortunately, contrary to the established lore, the Ghost Bears are out. They have been completely eliminated from the tournament. We are looking at Smoke Jaguar, Coyote, and Novacat being the top 3 clans as of right now. And then we have a couple of these clans here with 5 points and a couple clans with 4 points going into the next round. Of course, these other clans, as they win, they'll get more points. But it won't be enough to match the 10-point lead, or not 10-point lead, but the 10-point status of the Coyotes, the Novacats, and the Smoke Jags. So it'll be an interesting way to see. It'll be interesting to see how things turn out. That's what I'm trying to say. At any rate, let's get out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed this very brief show. Please consider smashing all the buttons, liking, subscribing, and all that. And if you're watching on YouTube, same buttons especially, but in the description you'll find the link for our Discord server. If you're ever watching during a live stream, you can always type Discord, or excuse me, exclamation point Discord into the stream chat, and you can get the Discord link there as well. Come hang out, come tell us what we're doing, or what you think of what we're doing. And otherwise, let's just get out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Stay safe out there, my friends. This world is a crazy, dark place, so make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. And as for me and mine, we are out of here. See you next time. Have a good one.